800 views.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Well, we got 800 people in here. I like it. No, what? Yeah. What? You want to do a test?
There we go. We'll do it this way. Sponsor time. So, my brother's doing Laurel's, and he just started the business and everything. And actually, when did you go live with it?
So I went live with the lure business about 2 weeks ago. Currently, the products that I got is a slow roll. The molds that I am buying, they're very expensive. So right now, I'm just buying kind of some random overall molds that I think baits that people want to like. I got 3 more coming in next week. So those will be on the website soon as other different options. Currently, I have 144 colors to choose from, 5 different bait types, weights, pretty much for the plastic. I got soft, super soft, medium hard, and also probably in the neighborhood of 20, 22 different color flakes to add to the baits. So customization is totally up to your imagination. You can make whatever you see can happen. So me personally, just to give you a heads up, that so all the money that is made, $1 of each package, not $1 off of what you personally buy, but $1 off of each package you buy um, will be going to a fund for MS research. So that's um, the point of this kind of business is I wanted to donate back to finding a cure for MS research. So something my dad had that affected my life, and then I'm just trying to get back to the families that can actually use the help.
Yo, what up, guys?
What's going on, Mickey?
Hey.
I am here. I meant to grab my gnome stand. right now I'm winging it because I forgot to get my sand. I made well, no, yeah, better late than never, right? Story of my life.
No, he would be on here if he was. So, all right,
That's
guys,
deep, man.
you ready to hurt some feelings?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think you can hurt any feelings in this group.
No.
Yeah. No. Hold on. I gotta. Do I have that? Do I have those?
Okay, I don't think you do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely. But that's my shtick. I have no feelings. Okay. Why is that?
Because
I
that's the way you
know
like to be.
sometimes how you think of things are a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, I'm ADHD and a little autistic sometimes. But hey, let's have fun with it.
All right, guys, you ready?
Sure.
Spin the wheel, make the deal.
Now, I'm gonna pick who goes first. I don't want to go first.
Did we
Neither
do
do
a,
I.
did we do
I'll
a
go
random
first.
draft lottery? I mean,
Lee, you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Here we go.
all
First
right.
is easy.
Someone's got to throw the cat.
All your lists ready to go?
Mm, for the most part, I got written down.
Uh,
Oh, they actually gave me the hardest.
It,
Come on. Is that damn thing stop?
wow.
Death Magnetic.
Mm. Oh,
What a great start.
I listened to this album and it's definitely nowhere near some of the best music that Metallica had put out, but it was kind of the start in the right direction after one of the shittiest albums that were made by them. And while
Not
this,
there yet.
while I'm not saying the album's the shittiest, but this album set them in a direction to where it was coming off one of their lowest of lows, personally, in my opinion.
True.
So if I had to rank,
Firefighter, what's up, man? Hey, Jessica.
so if I had to rank Death Magnetic, I'd probably put it ninth, in my opinion. Probably put it somewhere around,
Groovy.
probably not groovy. Probably
Put it in a Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. While it was not horrible, it's not none of their best, but it was in the right direction coming off their shittiest album.
Fair enough.
Well,
I agree with
Lars's drum didn't sound like it was a trash can, so that was good.
Yeah, like he
I
was beating
know.
on pots and pans in the background like Animal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean, live it was amazing. So I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yep. That was. Were you at the Verizon Center show?
Yeah, of course.
2009. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I was there too. Of
Now,
course.
if you
'Cause that
feel
was-
like I put that,
That
in
was
the wrong.
2009, I think.
Yeah, and I think the sword and I want to say I can't remember.
Head.
Machine Head and the sword. Yes.
Yep. And I like.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yes.
Billy.
Dude, it was an amazing concert.
Oh, it was so good.
I love
Yeah.
Machine Head.
I
Well, the thing is, I've got to see the sword again after all that.
All right. Well, remember, you only can put 3 in each category.
Ain't nobody touching that thing.
And
It's probably where it belongs.
Exactly.
and what happens is that if you see an album needs to go there, you have to move it. It's on you.
Right.
Okay.
So I think I got a
John.
pretty good spot for that one.
Yeah,
That's a good start.
I'll go.
Mine would have
I'll
been
go next.
different.
Hmm.
I was different. I actually Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, Master.
Oh, wow.
You got math.
Yeah, you get the
I get
easy
the
one.
easiest one. I get
know.
the easiest one for sure. That's what happens when you go second, you know?
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Do we
that-
really have to discuss this?
No, that's right at the top.
It's the best
Yeah.
song they've ever made.
I don't make a category called that.
No,
No.
yeah, that's the quintessential album to have.
Yeah, that's
Now,
number one, right?
Yeah, it
He's
has
the
to
number
be.
one.
In my
We
opinion,
all
yeah.
agree on this
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the order I put it in 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Master's on top of my list. It's kind of
Yeah.
a no-brainer. I mean,
That's a no-brainer.
you go from Rye to this. It's like they took Rye, went up, and just made it.
And blew your
sound good.
speaker.
Yeah.
And
Well,
blew your
and-
speakers out at the same time.
Yeah, and Cliff Burton's influence from Ride the Lightning to Master of Puppets is just extremely clear.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Master of Puppets was the punch in the mouth from the previous album.
It was-
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, Ride the Lightning was a gut check. Master punched you in the mouth.
Yep, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that album have a bad song on it?
Master of Puppets? No.
I don't think it
Absolutely not.
does.
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
No, that like I said, I that is the quintessential album.
yeah, I'll tell you the bad song on that album.
What? Leopard?
Number 9. It doesn't exist.
the silence.
After you get past number 8.
That's one.
The worst song on the album is the end because there's nothing there.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
could. That's one you can just listen to on repeat and
Exactly.
not
Oh,
get
yeah.
bored of it.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
You know,
Leopard Messiah
there is one
was
song
the
on there.
one for me, but I appreciate it.
So,
I can.
so the
I
one
can
on
see
there
that.
was O'Brien, and that's probably one of the best, personally, songs without any lyrics that I can listen to over
instrumentally.
True.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I like the version of Orion on the Through the Never soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like the live version. It's just. I mean. You know. Did Rob Trujillo do that song justice? Probably. I would say he did.
Maybe.
Yeah,
He's an amazing musician.
yeah,
And it's just, but I'm also a sucker for live albums, so
Oh,
you know.
oh yeah.
Well, some bands have that notion of doing the album, and when you hear it live, you're like, okay, it's supposed to be that way. Because you're fitting the box with an album. And to me, that album's like they're all in that room, played together as one. Like quintessential
Yep.
to me.
Well, here you go. Since we're talking of the live thing, you know what album actually sounds better live?
Saint Anger.
Load.
Yes, Saint Anger, because they play it the way it's supposed to be played.
With guitar solo.
Yes, that's the only time any song from Saint Anger sounds any good is when you go live.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
All right, Mickey.
Yo.
Ready?
All right, so is it the top of the screen is what I'm looking at, or is what
Looking at the
what
wheel.
you know?
Just look at the wheel.
Okay, yeah, it's dizzy.
It hypnotize you.
Yeah. Squirrel.
Oh.
I think you're going to get blackout.
Yes. Yeah. No
I
problem.
want to know how you feel this one.
I'm serious too.
Okay. Since I am born and bred, Metallica, I appreciated this album when it was released. I loved it. I think 1991, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Is that one?
Yep.
So that was a huge deal for them. People bagged on them, but the whole thing is, with that album, they proved that even on album, coming to a stadium, they sound exactly the same. And that album right there showed proof. Because when they came out running anything from the Black Album, it was smacking. It was blowing speakers.
Yeah.
Just like puppets, but it had a darker, more just a vibe you couldn't just catch. And the thing is, almost every song on that album is catchy.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think that's where they ran into an issue, right? Me personally, I love the album, but I think where they ran into problems and the reason why they catch so much hate on it is because it went viral.
Right.
For that time. You know what I mean?
Commercial.
So a commercial.
You're right.
They sold out at
Yeah,
that one.
that's what people claim, right?
Right.
Now, whether or not they intended that when they made it is a different story. But that's the perception from the outside.
I'm gonna look at it this way: that they were all fucked up in the head, especially James. The man needed a hug.
Yeah.
Absolute raging alcoholic, and he was still able to put out a monster album like the Black Album. And I had a thought. It's just it. Oh well, I mean they put it right, and actually Jason Newsted put it the proper way. When everyone started calling them sellouts for doing the Black Album, he goes, "Yeah, you're right. We sold out, and we sell out every time we go, every night, every time. They are the Zeppelin of the '90s. Plain and simple. Anyone, I'll fight you for it."
I agree. I 100% agree.
That was my introduction to Metallica was the Black Album.
Yeah. That was a lot of
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. Yeah.
Kill 'em all.
Yeah.
Kill them all.
Kill 'em all. My dad had the LP. My dad had the LP in Baltimore.
Wow.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Oh man. Sabbath, Skinner, and all of it, man. I grew up on metal and rock.
So when you played it.
I'm guessing Master, right?
Even though I'm still gonna put it at least. I'm gonna put it fourth because that's kind of like our
Okay.
that is like.
I can see that.
Okay.
See, I totally agree with you. I thought he was going to the master tab and I was going to cringe, but he put it right in the banger.
No, it's still one of those important albums to have because if you go from Kill 'Em All and you jump past Ride and you go into Master and then you go into Black, you're not going to understand any of the middle guts of it.
Yeah.
That right there was the turning point for that band and for them as human beings actually too. Because then we realized like, wow, they're really messed up in the head.
Yeah.
Keep making music, fuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
So on my list, it's number 4.
Yep.
It is. Fun. That's funny. All right.
I didn't even make a list, though.
Yeah, that's coming off your head.
Yep.
I'm winging it.
Well, this album, I mean, this band is like so easy for us to do because of so much years of just cranking this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
No refresh.
I mean, we watched them. No, we watched them at the highest and we watched them at the lowest.
Yep.
That's true. I think I've seen him on each tour.
Ride
since
the Lightning.
98.
Ride the Light. All right.
Huh.
So who's got Ride the Lightning?
So,
Mark.
I do.
Getting all the easy ones in first.
I know. See.
So, I have this under Master.
Agreed.
And actually, I'm changing it on the fly. As I'm looking at my list. So, I accidentally put something in the wrong place. There we go. For me, it was a big improvement from Kill 'Em All. And the ferocity of the guitars was stellar. The dual combo of those two working in unison is unreal. Granted, Trapped Under Ice, Escape,
meh.
but I could still get behind those songs because of guitar work. That made the song so much better. And Lars's drums just went from here to like here in a snap of a finger.
That's what happens when you take lessons.
Yeah, exactly. And then you drop an album like Saint Anger.
You know,
Drop an album like Saint Anger 20 years later. Yeah.
I was reading an article about Lars where he was talking about those 80s. Everybody was trying to outdo each other, right?
Yep.
And Kill 'Em All, no double bass. No. Galloping, but no doubles. As soon as Charlie Benante from Anthrax came in and started doing double bass the whole song and did Storm Cruiser Death in 83, 83, 85, he had to hype up Death Rider on Fistful of Metal, double bass all the way. Now, the first double bass was Faster Than the Shark, or Sept, or Motorhead Overkill. Depends where you look at it. So it was always, okay, well, all right, you did this double bass, I'm going to do this double bass, and then I'm going to do Master of Puppets, and da-da-da-da-da. Everybody's always outdoing each other, but he didn't abuse it in the music either, like in Ride the Lightning. Fight Fire with Fire.
Yep.
Holy shit. Untouchable. I'll put that against Battery any day. Just how I feel about it.
I mean, those are two good opening tracks.
They are, man. It's unreal.
I honestly, Battery was mine. I mean, I love Fight Fire with Fire, but to make that blood pump and make you want to go punch a gnome, it was Battery.
I always respect the older stuff first, so I have to give credit to the Fight Fire with Fire before Battery. But Battery perfected it.
And they kind of did this.
Master is Ride the Lightning perfected.
Well, yeah, because they had the acoustic opening on the opening track, and then
one instrument, light song. Well, they don't have a light one on Master.
Sanitarium, maybe?
Maybe Sanitarium?
Yeah.
I would say Sanitarium is probably the light song.
It is identical, if you think about it.
Honestly, if you look at it,
all minds are blown.
Well, hold on. Well, song for song, the actual lightest song on Master is Orion. It's the lightest song. It's the easiest one to riff, and it's got a punch to it, but it's not the heaviest song. But it's just so well put together, it just makes you feel it.
I would say the heaviest song is
Just a
the
thought.
thing that should not be. But
Oh, God.
Well, okay. Battery, Fire, Lightning, Master, maybe not the same. Bells and Things Should Not Be, Killer Grooves, Sanitarium, Fade to Black,
Call it Cthulhu.
Escape.
Well, you got,
It's like the formula is the same.
Yeah.
They just perfected it in Master.
And they're the ones that did it, and then everybody, and
Yeah,
everyone cloned them.
then they flip-flopped with Creeping Death and Orion.
Oh, yeah.
Cthulhu and Damaging.
May I say, Creeping Death is their best song ever. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I mean, it's a song.
5 top 3 for me. I really feel that song is like their best song. I understand what you're saying, Lee.
I would say it's in top 10, at least. Definitely
It's
top 10.
definitely a top 10 for sure. Um,
Yeah, top 10. I
Top
agree.
10. It's a killer song live, it seems like.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
When everyone says die and just yell
Yep.
it as loud as you can.
Oh yeah, especially when you're live and everyone's doing that.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, come on.
you get.
My
I get.
favorite.
I'm
My
getting
favorite
goosebumps
too.
just thinking about it right now.
My
Oh yeah.
my favorite too is Shortest Straw and
Ooh.
Legally Destroy.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But
All right, there you go. Here you go. Four Horsemen acoustic live.
Yeah.
well, Lee, now it's you. So let's see
Yeah.
if you do get injustice. That would be sick. Yeah. Lightning for me is number 3 in my list. I had it at number 5 for some reason. I got something mixed up. Oh, you get hardwired.
Oh, this one's hard.
This is a good one.
Isn't it?
This one's hard.
I didn't think it was going to be that hard for me either.
So this one's difficult.
Can I say the opening track is fucking the best since like Injustice.
Yep.
Yeah,
The opening
Hardwire.
track go. Yeah.
Holy
I like the Moth to the Flame too. Personally,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Atlas Rise.
Yes.
I like
like
it now.
the Atlas Rise now. Before I
Halo
didn't
on
know
Fire
it.
is a great song.
Yeah,
The whole album's good. That's the
the
thing.
whole
Spit
album.
out the bone. That's a great way to end it too.
So
Spit Out the Bones is
Yeah.
in what we're looking at, you can only put 3 in each one, right?
yes.
Yep.
And the ones that are left are here at the bottom, correct?
That's correct.
That's correct.
So, when I look at this, I have to put it personally probably as a headbanger.
I agree. I agree to that.
You know,
For now, I do agree with that.
I for now I think headbanger. I was flirting with groovy, but
Me too.
but I think it belongs in headbanger. I think there's more tracks that are hard hitting than weak. And I think overall that was a pretty good comeback, if you want to say comeback, coming out of the Death Magnetic one, to where they came from the other one comeback. So they've done
9
this,
years
right?
between
So
albums.
they've done this
Whatever.
and did this, and then they started coming back up. You know what I mean? So
Very interesting, isn't it?
I have to put it as headbanger.
It's a great album. And I'll say it this way too. Lyrically, it was also one of the strongest albums they've done in years too. You got to figure, starting at Saint, James was more. He was experimenting more lyrically and vocally. So then you got Death Magnetic, which was another experimentation vocally and lyrically, and then you got this, and it's like, holy fuck, it actually happened. It's there.
Yep.
It's just we wish we could hear the old sound with those lyrics. That's what we're wanting.
Exactly. Yep.
It was very well thought out.
Yep.
Favorite song.
Yep.
Spit of the Bone
Yeah.
brings the injustice feel of that 8-minute Dream Theater-esque progressive motion
Live to Die?
like this,
Yeah,
Yep.
Live Us to Die, another good one.
If the only thing I want to critique about the whole album
Yeah.
is personally the words they use in the song. Like, I'm not a big fan of like while I like the feel of Atlas Rise, I don't know if I enjoy what he was saying Atlas Rise. Like I've just I liked his song. I like the way he sung it, but
Yeah.
I think you could have did something a little bit more of a metal feel than Atlas Rise. Like, I, I think
Yeah.
I think it's worse, right? Felt like it was a
I-
little soft,
Just a little.
a little soft.
I got a minor in philosophy and somewhat of a minor in ancient history, and I love the fact that he used Atlas
Now,
because it had a kind of it has a Prometheus kind of feel to it.
I agree, but if he would use Prometheus in it than Atlas, I feel like Prometheus is a harder work. You know what I mean?
It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
flow
Prometheus,
It,
but Prometheus has to die every day, and then Ben Affleck would get pissed off.
but you know what I mean? Like moth to the flame. I feel like I feel like you could have used Phoenix or Bat or you know what I mean. What we're talking
Something
about.
metal.
You know what I mean? Do you see where I'm kind of going with this?
The
You
Batman
want to be
Rising.
like this.
I feel like some of the words he used, while it sung very well, it was killer. I just feel like he could have used a little bit of harder language.
Eh,
That's
I
the
hear
only.
Rise.
So you happy with headbang? Where it's at?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
All right. We're just moving along, aren't we?
Having a blast.
Having a blast. All right, Johnny boy, you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Now we're
We even
getting
got
into the
Vaseline for those.
interesting, like interesting.
Yeah. We got Vaseline for you, John. It's okay.
Mm.
this is probably gonna be a little painful.
Ooh,
Probably.
stop here! Stop here! No!
I
I'm
want to
curious
know
where you
where
put
you're
this.
going to put this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of the one I was dreading the most, almost. Um, I mean, because it's the debut album, right? So
Yeah.
couple
What does that mean?
changes.
What does that mean?
We're back. Hold
Are
on.
you trying to
Jazz
put your
hands.
head in that?
Hey, Mark.
Jazz
hands.
Hey, Mark, do you have the Black Album still on the wheel?
Yeah, the Black Album is still on the wheel.
I got you. Thank you, sir.
My bad.
Boo-boo.
Whoopsie doodles.
Okay, you did get the black album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kill 'Em All. I mean, that's like the what that would be like the demo to Ride the Lightning.
Yeah. Right?
You know, like it just has that raw, just very four guys in the back house jamming it out, kind of.
Yeah.
Best garage demo ever.
And
It's sorry. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's the only fucking album out there that says, "Hey, this is thrash metal." That they were the ones that did it.
That
They were the
invented it.
ones that they no, but they kicked the door in, and they were the ones to streamline it. That's the thing. That's why Kill 'Em All is so important. They streamlined it. Not everybody else got that popular. Yeah, we had Anthrax, and yeah, they got popular for a little bit, but no one ever reached Metallica.
You're right.
You know,
You're absolutely.
But are they worth? But is that album worthy of Master of Masters?
no.
No,
I think it's too raw.
I do. I would put it for me. I'm putting it in the groovy section.
Groovy.
Ooh. All right.
It is number 7, like on my list. I appreciate.
Now, me personally, I had a little higher than that.
Yeah.
But I understand why you put it where you put it.
Yeah. I think if Kurt Hammond was in the band longer, it would be a little bit of a different music because you got to figure a lot of this music's from Dave Mustaine.
Yep.
A lot of the riffs are just
Even-
Dave Mustaine played by Kurt.
Even
That's
into
not
Ride
Kurt's
the
original stuff.
Even into Ride the Lightning, there was Dave Mustaine riffs. So
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because James was the one using them. So Kurt had to follow a little bit to it. It's like,
Yeah.
we have this, and then Kurt's like, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Ain't that crazy that you had two alphas and two guys that made it just as good? I mean, Megadeth didn't really make it as big as Metallica, but they were pretty damn up there. You know what I mean?
Four. Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. If not for Cliff, I mean, Kirk really wouldn't be there because he felt out. He felt out. You know, Cliff, man. That's why he stuck around.
Yep.
Yeah. And especially with the guys in the Bay Area, because Kurt came from like Exodus.
Yeah.
So Exodus, one of my next favorite bands. Hopefully, get to them soon enough.
Great band.
I will say Kill 'Em All is the best debut album of the four. Absolutely. No doubt. For me. Killing Into My Business is number 2 to me. But
I like the Mechanics. I mean, Four Horsemen.
Four Horsemen.
Horsemen is
Metal Militia, I feel like, is a thrash, the first thrash song to me.
Seek and
Metal
Destroy,
Militia?
man.
Yeah, Seek and Destroy, Metal Militia.
Yeah.
Phantom Lord. Although
Jump in the Fire is kind of a,
Dude, that is one of the greatest fucking openings of all time, though.
it
When
is.
you hear those first two notes, you know you're listening to Jump in the Fire.
Yeah. Now, I think, now this is me personally, when I hear the album, I think if the lead singer had a little deeper voice, I think the album would have been a little bit better. I think
His nuts ain't dropping that yet.
I agree. I'm not saying I don't know the reason why.
Right.
But what I'm
Did you see
saying
his
is,
jeans?
but
Did you see his jeans?
yeah.
but, you know, they were pretty tight back in the 80s. You know.
But me personally, I think if there was a little more bass to the vocals on that, it may have presented better.
Firefighter
That's why it's
said in the comments that Ride the Lightning is my go-to music when I barbecue. I bet the neighbors hate me. No, they don't. They appreciate
No, they appreciate it. Absolutely.
Yes, they
Killer
applaud.
food, killer tunes.
That's right.
Right. Mr. Mickey. You ready, sir? Let's look at the
Sure.
board. We got woo.
You got one easy.
I know.
It's getting tough.
It's like I know what I want, but I know I'm
you got
not going
one
to get
easy
it.
one.
What do you want,
I don't-
Mickey? Which
I don't
one?
know. Which one do you want?
Technically, there's two easy ones. I can tell you.
Wow,
which
it's still
one's good.
hold on. It's still guarding. It's still guarding.
Oh,
Oh.
oh.
The new
Hmm.
one. Oh.
It's still guarding. Oh, it stopped.
That's the new one.
That's the new one, 72 seasons.
Honestly, I played the living dog shit out of this album. I love it.
I'm right there with you. I love it.
There's not a single song on there that I go you know, and also, you know, it has that riding the witch feeling to it. You know, I love it. It's a great album. It's a great answer to, you know, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's a great answer to Hardwired, man.
Yep.
It's a great answer. It's a great follow up to it because they threw some thrash back into it, man. They threw thrash back into it. It's like, yes, that's the old Metallica we know. Yes, we know you guys are getting old, and you know you probably need some Geritol and some preparation H. You know, James is somewhat sober, we think.
We're not sure.
Yeah, but I mean, the man's still kicking. Everybody's still kicking, and I think the only reason why they're still kicking is because of Robert.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
It is.
No,
You're right.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, if I remember correctly, I think it's on 72 seasons, like around the 4-ish minute mark, 4.5
Yeah.
somewhere. The Batman theme solo in there.
yeah, yeah.
72 seasons is a good track.
It is a good track, and it's just like it took me a second, and then I heard that like when he was doing that thing, and I was like, wait, is that Batman?
Easter egg.
Yeah.
And then like there's a like metal sucks or something interview. He's like, yeah, that's where I got that from.
Deep cut on that album,
Room of
for
Mirrors?
I love that song. I don't know why. I just do.
It's got a draw to it. Yeah, it's got a big draw to it.
I love the closing track, Inamorata. That's
Oh
I
yeah.
can get behind it.
that's
I tried.
Really?
I really did. I like listened to it twice.
it's like the fastest 11 minutes that you can listen to.
Sure.
It's like getting with your old lady.
I'll tell you.
I'm a thriller, baby. All
I don't know
11 minutes of it.
because it's got that like kind of dream theater, like up and down kind of.
They have that, like, for one song.
You know what I mean? And
Well,
I just
All right,
it's what they're known for. It's the ebb and flow.
yeah.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Let's see. It's definitely a number 4, number 5 top.
So headbang.
That's that. I would go headbang on that.
If you're saying number 4, number 5, does it be Black Album and Hardwire?
Oh
In
god,
between, after.
Yeah, that's the hard part because I mean, the Black Album is catchy. It hits you in the head and it makes you move. That's the one reason why I liked the Black Album. Y'all know me. If it makes me move, it makes me groove.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. I use that album to focus when I'm working on my artwork. So to me, it's a hyper focused album. You can put it on, and you just next thing you know, it's I've got it on repeat, and it's 3 hours later.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, I love this song. I heard it 20 minutes ago.
The Black
But
Album.
does that album beat out Hardwire? Personally,
I'd say it does, but
okay. Well, Mickey, it's your call. This is the part of the game.
It doesn't take the Black Album.
Well, of course, but Hardwire doesn't beat it or not. Because right now it's in 6. You want a number 5 or 6? Now remember, when we spin and I get something, I can knock something out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the game. That's what we do. And
Honestly,
I'll give you guys one pass at the end to move a record.
I'm going to say it actually does take Hardwired because it's just so much. There's just so much going on in there, and it's like they revived a lot of their original sound in that album. They were able to capture things that we thought were lost.
I didn't think it was going to be this high. Did not.
I mean, there's far worse.
we haven't got there yet.
I had it in Groovy as number 9. That's what I had.
I'll put it on number 6. I'll put it at number 6.
You want to do
because I mean,
so it beats it. So Hardwire beats it.
I don't truly feel that, but I'm not trying to, I have other.
No, that is your
right there.
that is your pick.
Stuck forever.
No.
Until
Well, I
somebody
mean,
else's turn, which is fine.
I am kind of a linchpin in this one. I do know that because I have certain tastes,
Sure.
So I was hoping for certain albums.
And you brought it, and maybe a little bit of Lee. Lee would have
Yeah.
been.
I'm not a musician, so I'm listening straight from listening to albums. You know what I mean? From an outsider. Aw.
Someone got the easy one.
That's the easy one.
This all the time.
Ah.
Wow.
All right. Let's take that out. Do my due diligence. This, my friends. Number 2. For me. Dude, this was the first album I think I played back to front, just all day, all the fucking time. More than Black Album. And then Master came and changed it for me. I think Injustice for All was the last hurrah for them. I don't care what they say about the bass being too low. It's still
They remastered it.
It still fits it. I think it
You can
still
hear
sounds
it
great.
a little bit,
Bass or no
but
bass.
you have to want to hear it.
You know. Yeah.
Well, they did a remastered version of it, if I'm not mistaken. But the thing is, I mean, if you have the right shit, you can bring that bass out, and it sounds amazing.
Exactly.
Oh, I got it right back there, and no. No, they didn't. They didn't bring the bass up any. They left it exactly the same. They left it exactly the
It's the
same.
YouTube one. You have to go to the YouTube. Somebody.
Yeah,
did it.
exactly.
Yeah, somebody did
Yeah.
and justice for Jason or whatever they wanted to call it.
Yes. Yeah, because the
And
original's
I
called
think
Fuck Jason.
And I think that guy just played the parts over it, so it wasn't really the actual bass track.
Even Jason
thought he-
Newsted
I thought he isolated it.
the bass
No.
is fine. He was
He
fine
said-
with it.
He was fine. He said it's the album that it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that is you know what? And that's the one reason why I love Jason Newsted. He is a true musician. He went along with it. He said, at first he fucking hated the idea, but you know what? That proves he is, he talks the talk, he walks the walk.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh,
He did his job.
Yeah,
He did his job very, very well.
he
No
He
God.
had shit
That's
with
hard.
him for so many years.
Yeah.
Because what happened to
Oh,
him?
yeah.
And tried to play bass with the mightiest Metallica. You'd be like, who are you? You know?
Yeah.
And they're trying to make him quit, but he wasn't going to quit. He wasn't going to quit.
and he had probably the most energy out of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
because
Lee.
even though,
Go ahead, Mickey. Sorry.
okay, it's all right. It's all good.
Where's this drink?
That
for
was
you?
Lee.
It's
Exactly
on
where you
straw.
got it.
And what was the other song?
The other one was off the Kill 'Em album.
Kill him album.
Seek
Kill
and
'Em All.
Destroy?
Yeah, Seek and Destroy.
Okay. So Sword of Straw is one of your favorite songs,
Yep. Yeah, I think the album's right where it needs to be.
right?
That's
Yeah.
where I'd put it.
Well, and then they did the whole backwards intro thing with Blackened, and
Yeah.
with I think no less than 7 guitars. I think I
No less.
found that somewhere that he had 7 because Hetfield and his wall of guitars.
Mm.
Yeah. All explorers. All of them.
Honestly, if not for Injustice, we wouldn't have the rest of the albums. That was that was also a huge turning point for them too, musically. I mean, I lost a lot of car speakers on that album.
Yep.
That
Right.
was the heaviest fucking album they've ever put out.
Yep.
I think I went
And-
through like 3 cassette tapes of Injustice for All because the tape kept breaking. So
Dude, I had 2 7,000 competition style speakers. I can't remember the name of the company, but they were 7,000 Thunders, and it take your breath away. You couldn't breathe sitting in the vehicle because it was just that heavy.
I'm telling you, man, this album, it gets a lot of praise, but it's always Master, right?
mhm.
One day I like Master more than Justice, and the next day I like Justice more than Master. It's just what my mood is at the time. I think the guitar wise, Master is a little bit ahead of Justice, riff wise, but the tone on Justice is fucking killer. I love the crunch in it.
And Justice will make you fight someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll make you punch somebody. It has that kind of anger in it.
That's where you want to grab somebody and headbutt them.
Yep.
Mickey will do that anyway. So
It's like as soon as I finish my fucking beer, I'm gonna go punch a leprechaun.
Yeah.
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 that's what I think you guys. Yeah.
All right, Lee. Ready? It's your last
Yeah.
pick. Here we go. So we got Load and Reload. Insane Anger. And
Garage
Garage Incorporated. I hope we get Reload. I really do.
I hope he gets Saint. I hope he gets Saint.
He's going to get the anger.
He's gonna get Saint. Saint.
Nope.
Saint. Saint.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
Uh,
All right, Lee.
I got Load, right?
Yes, you
Mhm.
do. The album after the Black Album.
Black Album.
Yeah.
The quintessential after a masterpiece. You bring Low.
Yep.
Go.
You know, I had a tough time with this one. Not because it should be up at the top 3, but because I didn't know really where to put it on the bottom 2. Man, I almost had to put in
Okay.
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 and
Is it
and
better than Death Magnetic?
no,
Or Death
absolutely
Magnetic
not.
is
It's really flirting with absolute
I
garbage.
feel like
I mean,
there's like
it's
neck and
close. It's very close.
Damn.
Wow.
with the
But
absolute
if
garbage.
it wasn't for Unforgiven, on their Unforgiven 2,
No, that's on really.
That's on Reload.
That's on
oh,
Reload.
I'm sorry. I think I pulled up.
Load is
I
King
can't
Nothing.
remember.
King Nothing.
Yes.
Ain't my bitch.
Amazing song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ain't my
yeah.
bitch.
I'm sorry.
Amazing
I thought
song.
I had Reload.
No, you
All
got Load.
You got
Okay.
Load.
Well, if I'm going to take Load, then I want to probably move that to Groovy.
Is it better
I
than
think-
Kill 'Em All?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I think there's several tracks on there that they were alright. You know what I mean?
There,
But
there
but
are some sleeper songs on there that I think get looked
yeah,
over.
I mean,
Wasting My Hate
yeah,
Yeah.
Ain't
or
My
Twisted
Bitch,
Me.
King for
Bleeding
Nothing.
Me.
Bleeding Me is a really good one.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's a
That's-
deep cut for me.
You know, and I kind of like the song Ronnie. That was just, yeah, just-
Yeah.
I
mean,
I think
I like
I
Outlaw
think it was
Torn.
something different from them. It almost sounded like Southern rock almost.
Yeah.
And
Here I am talking
that's
about
why
all
you're on the
those
show.
all those funky tracks. You know, I'm the
That's why you're on this.
While I don't think it was some of their best work, I don't think it was nowhere clear as their bad work. But when you look at where the
It's-
other albums rank, if
It's
anything,
good right in the middle.
I would probably move Death Magnetic up and maybe put Load behind Death Magnetic. But that would be close.
I have it as number 10 out of 12.
10 out of 12?
10 out of 12.
Okay.
It's in the
You got in,
That's
if it
personally me.
wasn't. Well, here's another reason. So now you say that, right? But on Garage Inc., right? There's a lot of songs off this album that are in Garage Inc.
No.
Ronnie, Ain't My Bitch. I'm pretty sure they're on there.
They're not.
They are
Garage Inc. is a cover is a straight cover album.
It's all covers.
It's all covers.
Yeah.
They are the greatest garage band ever.
Yep.
Cover band.
I am mistaken. I am totally mistaken. I thought I had maybe I had those songs underneath that album when I
It's
was
all good.
listening to it with the cover, but they were not underneath there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had Load number 10. I had 72 Seasons beating Load by 1 rank. I had 72 at number 9 for me personally. I'm that guy.
For me, Load was another one of those special albums where they kind of they had to change themselves. They didn't have a choice, and they were also fighting a massive lawsuit at that point in time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of songs that reflect that. And that album actually, if you really listen to that album, you can feel that Cali flavor in that album. That is Cali rock. That's not Cali metal, it's Cali rock. And that's the reason why I do love this album. And Reload. I love them both. But I got to go see them. That's that whole thing. I've seen them play these songs live. They're amazing.
Yep. This was the first tour that I saw. That was my first Metallica concert, was on the Load tour, or the Poor Touring Me, whatever they wanted to call it. Back in April of '97. So that's 27 years ago.
Yep. And I went to see the Reload tour, and that was Jerry
saw that
Cantrell
too.
and Days of the New.
Yep.
Down in
And that's when
Norfolk.
I saw them up at Meriwether Post for that, and they did that acoustic set that was really cool.
Dude, the Four Horsemen acoustic was probably one of the most amazing visuals I'd ever gotten.
Yep.
It was great.
Yep. I do remember that. That was, and I also remember there was a bunch of guys that that was also when I learned you don't wear the shirt of the band you're going to go.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm wearing my Pantera shirt tonight.
Okay, Lee.
Even though there's a bunch of Metallica shit right behind me, but that's beside the point.
So Load doesn't beat Hardwire or 72 Seasons at all.
Not even a little bit. Nope.
Okay.
Not even a little bit.
All right. And I can respect it. With Load, I can listen to about 3/4 of it with no problem. But there's some songs that just I listen to it, but I'm like, I'm just waiting to get over this song. That's how I rate a lot of my album. If I can, it's the card test. Do I have to hit track, or I can just let it play through? You know what I mean? Kill 'Em All, sometimes I have to do that, but sometimes I'd let it go. But 72 Seasons, 72, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Mirrors. You know what I mean? That's how I rate a lot of my stuff. Quintessential.
I get that.
The chef kiss. All right, so we're good with Lonely. You like where it's at and groovy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you have it in your tier? Like what number? Did you number yours?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I I had the same as you did.
Okay. Low.
I had 10.
10. Okay.
Yep. Because number 11 and 12 are still on the board.
Don't give me
My question is, which one's 11 and which one's 12?
Exactly.
All right, Johnny boy.
I think we have a good idea of what's going to be
You better
11.
get garage. You're
I
getting
probably
reloaded.
will.
I just put juju on you.
You
bastard. You bastard. How
That
dare
means
you?
either I'm getting say anger or garage.
Ah, boy. Man, Reload. I think at the time Reload came out, I was like way excited for it because I was like,
Sure.
wow, this is like this is
Another
heavier.
Metallica.
Well, it was another Metallica thing, and then like just kind of listening to it. I'm kind of in the. It's flirting in the and absolute garbage.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Crossing that line.
Okay. So when you went to the pour twisting, whatever, pour tour,
Yeah.
or load,
Mm-hmm.
did you like when Load came out and this like, man, that was such a great album. I really want to see him live. Was that like how it came, or you just like, I need to see him no matter what?
It was more I need to see them no matter what.
Okay.
I said, but there was also like, if they play this song, I'm probably going to lose my shit.
Okay. What song was that?
Oh, fuck! What?
From
Shoot, I
Load?
can't- from Load. It was
Okay.
either. Oh man, what the fucking song was it? Oh, I can't remember. I have to
Because the
pull up
reason
the,
I'm asking
I have to pull up the tracks of Load and see what it was that I
is
didn't like.
that
Well, Memory Remains was on Load, right?
That
Or
was Reload.
no reload.
Yeah. See,
I can
that's
only-
one of those songs that hits you in the face like going, man, that's pretty cool.
I can only listen to the live version of that anymore. Marianne Faithfull's voice is terrible, and I skip to the next track at the end of it. I can't deal with it.
At least say hello.
So with
It might have
covering
been
the
it might have been Ronnie that was the song. I was like, man, if they play this, that's gonna be
we
stupid.
know that Load and
Or no.
Reload was
You know
supposed to
what?
be a double album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Mama Said. That was the one that I was like, if they play this, man, I don't know. Because I was still very anti country songs at that time. I have
Oh, sure.
since kind of
Change your tune.
changed my tune on that.
Yeah.
I like outlaw music, so it had a good vibe.
So where's it at, Johnny boy?
I'd say it's
A lot of feelings are gonna hurt tonight.
man, because there are just some songs on Reload where it's like, we're well aware it's a double album, and it's like, so this was this the stuff that was left over from Load, or was it just they couldn't decide? And
Do you feel like they should took like both CD, get the best song, and just made
Yes.
an album?
that
But would it still been good?
Yeah, I don't know if it would have been or not, because I thought about that. Like,
It definitely should have been a double album. It should have.
Yeah,
But
I think they just ran out of time. I think.
no, what happened was Warner Brothers wanted a certain amount of albums from them, and they were going to do a double, but they're like, "Well, you still owe us one," and they're like, "Well, we don't want to do that, so we're just going to separate."
Yep.
Because Electric Electra was banging their nuts for
Yeah.
albums. They just want to keep turning. And they're like, we need a
Mhm.
fucking break. And they're like, no, you're just going to keep turning out music.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance.
Yep. And now the music industry is falling apart.
Go figure.
Thanks,
Imagine
Napster.
that. No, I mean, you can throw
Lars
Diddy in
was
there
right.
too, right?
Lars was right. Napster.
That little cartoon. That was so funny. That was the most hilarious thing I'd seen at that point. Anyway,
Money good.
Napster bad.
I
Yeah,
tried to
that-
find a meme today. I couldn't find it.
That's probably been taken down, probably
Probably.
because reasons.
Copyrighted by
Yeah,
Metallica.
I'm gonna put that in the line right behind Death Magnetic.
Okay. All right. I agree. It was 11th out of 12 for me. So, how high was you, Nikki? How high was it for you? Middle? A little bit under?
It's definitely in the middle of the road for me. There's only one album that I really can't listen to. The rest of them, I mean, I have them. I listen to them. So it's one of those things where I like people covering Saint. I like the covers of Saint, but I don't like Saint. Get what I'm saying?
We're jumping ahead.
So
We're not talking about that one.
Well, hold on, but the thing is, I mean, it's in the middle of the road for me. I mean, I still listen to it. I have it in my collection. It's part of my it's part of my daily.
Man, I
just
haven't
like the
listened
rest.
to it in so long. It's been a long time. I can listen to about half, maybe, and be okay. So it's 11 out of 12.
Yeah, there's just some songs where it's like I feel like they were filler.
Pretty much. All right, Mickey.
Ready?
50-50, brother.
Yeah, no. Hold on, let me
I should let it spin 100 times.
let me shake the magic 8 balls. Let's shake the magic 8 balls.
You're going to get Garage.
Cool.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Yay!
Wow.
I don't even know where you're going with this. This is interesting to me.
Okay,
This
well,
is my second interesting album. I want to know where you want to put this. Because Runyon, funny story, there's supposed to be a fifth person, and he's not here. And I told him just the albums. He believes this is not supposed to be part of the album collection at all.
I do.
I do too. Because I can tell you about half of those, I listen to this more than half of those. Or none. So,
Yep.
and it took Mickey to tell me that. I'm like, oh, fuck, you're right.
Well, for personal, my very, very top two is actually Injustice and this album here. Those are my top two.
Wow.
Yes.
But what are you knocking down? It sounds like you want to put in Master.
Yeah, I love Master, but it's
No.
man.
Master's going to stay where it's at. The category is.
I'm sorry.
Master. It was.
You got me, squirrel. It's one of those things where you go to see Metallica for those covers too, and you
Right.
anticipate those covers, just like you anticipate the fucking Kill Ride medley. You know,
That's a good medley. Just by
it's the
Yes,
it's one of
it
the
is.
most
It is.
their medleys and their covers actually helped propel that band because they just go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd say the Kill Ride medley is better than their Justice melody that they threw out those years ago.
Hmm. So to me, when I think of this album, I think of the medleys too because I love them live, and being able to see them do these songs live, this album pretty much just drew it all in for me. You know, it gives me tingles.
Now, Lee, did you listen to this album?
Yes.
Did you listen to both CDs or both albums?
Yes.
I'm guessing the second one is better than the first one.
Correct.
I thought so. Now, the Merciful Fate cover or the medley they do, that's my favorite. Like right from there.
That one's really good. I like their the astronomy cover.
It's
Yeah.
broken on me. That's
The
really
only one that really kind of like irked me a little bit was Loverman, and
Yeah.
it was well, it was just the thing is it's the tone of the song because we all know music will cause you to chemically change. It also causes you to mentally and emotionally change. And Loverman is one of those really dark fucking songs. And it's like at the end of that song, it's like it drains all the energy out of me. Like I don't want to hear that song ever again. But then I listen to it, and I'm like, yeah. And then 3 minutes later, it's like I don't want to hear that song ever again.
Yeah.
You do it again.
Nick Cave is a weird dude.
Oh yeah.
What song was your
I mean, when you have a song called or an album called Murder Ballads, that's.
Oh yeah.
What is it, Lee?
Bread fan. I loved it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
That is a good one.
that's a good one.
The solo in it, when it starts the song, is killer. Hold on, is it Bread Fan or Prince? I'm thinking of Bread Fan.
Little Prince.
Yeah,
I like the Prince.
Is
Pretty good too.
Is the other one.
But where do we put it, Mickey? We got to kick something out. And
And
then we
Am I
got to kick
Evil?
something else out.
Am I Evil's just classic. I love it when they actually play the full song.
It's my theme song. I mean, come on. My mother, in fact, was a witch. Yep.
So what are we
I
doing?
mean, that's number 2 for me, man. I don't. It's not the first one I grab, but it is always within the first 2. And like I said earlier, Injustice, that's my number 1. So that's number 2.
Wow. I expected that high. I had it
It's
number 5. Right behind
it's the most well-rounded album they ever put out. It has it all. That's the one thing about this album. It has everything.
And it's one of the least produced too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So when it came out, I snatched it and I
Me too.
beat the living crap out of it.
Me too.
Yep.
The second CD, not the first one. I wouldn't listen to that.
I listened to both of them.
I listened to both of them. One nonstop. Because that was during the time when Load and Reload came out, and this came after Reload. I'm like, man, like, Injustice for All is the last just Metallica fastness, right? They have this fastness, but it was cohesive. And when you hear these covers, I'm like, they sound 10 times better when they play it.
But they're covers.
I hear you.
If not for those covers, a lot of people wouldn't know those other bands. That's the thing.
And they wouldn't get paid either.
Yeah.
You were probably right.
Yeah.
A lot of bands owe a lot of credit to what they did because they love their music that much. And then all these bands that wrote this original songs got a massive influx of fans because of it.
Yes, they did.
I agree. But
Yeah.
can we rank them second, considering they didn't write the song?
Absolutely. Because sometimes, in some cases, they made the songs better. I mean, Am I Evil is the best. It's better than the original. I love the original. I absolutely love the original. But their cover of Am I Evil is just so much better. It's just heavy, hard driving, a punch in the mouth, and it's like, you know what? That's another one of those songs where you walk up and punch somebody in the face and feel no remorse for it. Ha!
Yeah.
Which is also another great song, just by the way.
Yes.
The Star Hours.
There's a purple elephant in the
The
room.
groove on that one.
Yep, that was a good.
Take a listen to that one. That's a good one.
Yep.
Okay.
Crash course,
Wow.
brain surgery. That's, I mean,
Yeah.
You got the easy one, Mark.
Well, we got to spin first. You going to spin?
Why?
I just got to.
just because that's the.
What are you looking at it going down the toilet bowl?
No, it looks like a fist and an ass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they gave everybody when they produced it.
I had so much anticipation for this because I was like, okay, load and reload. They can't just go in that realm. This is like the third time they had to reinvent themselves. Really?
It's that goddamn snare, man. I gotta listen to a fucking snare one more fucking time off that album. I'm gonna lose my mind.
This snare right here.
Oh my god.
Is that a 4?
This one right here. Let me see. Can I find this the damn drain there? There we go. Here you go.
It just the snare. If they removed the snare, it may have been okay.
So the deluxe CD came with them playing the whole album live.
Yep.
He had the right snare. And
Yeah, that's the thing. It sounds great live.
it's still garbage.
I don't think I haven't listened to it live, and maybe I should. But
Say Anger is a great song.
but as a just somebody that's off the street that's not a musician that just listens to pure music, I can't get out of my mind. Only thing I hear is I don't hear lyrics. I don't know the names of the songs. I hear a fucking snare. That's all I hear.
Tell me how you really feel.
You hear the beer keg with a baseball bat?
I just hear a snare. I know the album is called Saint Anger. It might as well have been Saint Snare.
Saint Snare.
I mean, they did warn everybody about it. That's the whole thing. They
Need to.
did. Like, well, that's the whole thing. It's like, you know, you shouldn't need to, but like they're going, hey guys, this is a different album, so it's not going to be what you're expecting.
You know, and we all knew this. I knew it, and I took it with that. And I'm going, okay. Lyrically, it's a great album.
Yep.
You know, musically, it actually is a good album. It's just that fucking snare. And hold on, let me say it again. That fucking snare.
You know what I really think about this album? Really think of this album? I really. That's how.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll put it to you this way. Lars Ulrich could have invented the gravity blast during this album, and it still would have sounded like shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
By far, this was probably their album that was. I mean, they put in some work. They tried to do their best, but who on the other side, when they were going to go produce this and go to production, sat here and said, "Hell yeah, man, this snare really fucking kicks ass." Like, who?
That was Bob Rock.
Bob Rock. Yep.
Bob
Bob
Rock
you
made
guys?
the Black album with them.
So
Yeah.
where did his tone deaf come in from the Black Album to Saint Anger?
That's why Death Magnetic did not have Bob Rock on it.
Oh,
Yep. Yep. That was a. You know what, dude? Fuck you. Bye bye.
yeah.
Well, I
Here's
think they were
Bob
both-
Rock's track record. Black, load, reload.
Saint Anger.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
And
think
Death
they were-
Magnetic.
I think they had run their course with each other too. After, like, because Bob Rock has even said he didn't even want to do load and reload.
Yeah. I mean, dude, look at some. Remember Some Kind of Monster? I mean, come on. They
Yeah,
they
oh,
were they were tank. They were falling apart as humans.
Yeah.
You know.
The 90s were not kind to Metallica.
No.
No, they weren't kind to themselves. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah, when you're not kind to yourself, you're not going to be kind to anything else.
The decade of the 90s was not kind to their music.
If they would have went
Nope.
from like the Black album to Death Magnetic, we would have a total conversation right now.
Probably.
That'd be way different.
Yep.
I'll tell you a story. Before I picked up this album, my next favorite band I love is named Biohazard. Hardcore band, New York hardcore.
Oh yeah.
They even said on their website, hey guys, you gotta check out this Metallica album with Big Bright Eyes, a hardcore band saying about Metallica. I was like, what are they talking about? Now I understand. It blew everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
No.
Well,
It's horrible.
I mean, and that's the other thing. It's like everybody has a journey they got to take, you know, and that was part of that journey. You know, I appreciate it as a piece of art, but it's not my favorite picture to look at.
No.
You know,
Can we agree? It's the worst. Everybody.
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely, yeah, and thank you, Lars Ulrich, for that snare, because that's why it's there.
Yep. Yep.
Because it would be a whole different conversation if you would have just put a decent snare in it.
You can remaster that
They
They're
could.
not going
There's
to.
plenty.
and remove the current snare out of it and put something in that's better.
Is it
There's been so
me?
many people to cover that album that sound so much better. Why remaster it?
I get it. Yeah.
When I tried listening to the whole album, I just couldn't. This is the only album I could not get through at all. I just couldn't fucking do it. It was painful.
Yeah.
And again, there's like everything is better live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
Or
Yeah, no, because
with that
the
one,
acoustic.
sure.
Listen to the acoustic version of "All Within My Hands." It is
Yep.
so much better. So much
I went
better
to a
than the
visit
album.
kids, and I had to stop.
Well, that song is garbage. So I mean, you know.
Look, we all know James needed a hug. That's what that song's about. I mean, the dude was tortured. I mean,
How'd
you
you
know,
get a fucking hug, dude?
well, I mean,
Jesus Christ.
everybody. I mean, the guy was a raging alcoholic. You know, I mean,
Now we're all
You know, I mean-
alcoholics because of the album.
I can very much sympathize because at one point in time in my life, I was a raging alcoholic too. I understand it.
I
You know,
understand.
Yeah.
Where are you, Mickey?
Yeah. 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 Oh yeah.
So
Very easily triggered, and I'd knife you in a heartbeat. You know that.
What?
I no longer. I took a vow of non-violence.
namaste.
Yes. Yes.
My daughter says that today. Namaste. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
But the thing is, with someone, if I'm gonna go, yeah. If you, hey, are you going? Namaste.
All right, the end of the show. All three of y'all get one album change to a different place. Right now, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. That's the order. So it's 1, 2,
Right.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lee, you get to go first.
I'm actually
Where
gonna
would you
swap-
change something?
I'm swapping the two that were mine. I'm moving Death Magnetic up to Groovy and moving Load down to next to Reload.
Oh, okay. One, okay. All right.
See, I can't see the board.
Okay. I'll tell you the board, Mickey. I'll sign it to you.
Oh, thank you. It's over you.
Props. Mr. Sullivan,
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
where would you move anything, or do you like your list? Do you like this list?
It's
I'm
pretty.
happy Garage top 3. I did not expect that. I'm super happy.
I mean, you know, it's. I'd say it's pretty solid how it is right here. Honestly.
Okay. All right, Mickey. Master is Master Puppets Garage Justice. Headbang is Black Ride 72. Groovy is Hardwire Kill Death. Load Reload, and the Toilet Bowl Saint Anger.
You know, I think I like it the way it is. Because either way, I mean, the quintessential albums are there. You know, they're top 3. You know, it's still for me. Those 3 top are that's where it starts for me, and then I just kind of bleed to everything else. So I like it. I think it's good. If I was going to change it, it would be Master up top, and then Puppets, and then Master. Hold on.
Yeah, Master.
Yeah, Injustice, Master, and then Garage. If it were me, that's how I. If it was me, no, I'm not going to change it. I like it the way it is.
He knows better.
Because I know it's going to move. It's like, no, it's like, it's okay, baby. You're safe where you're at. Just stay there. Stay there. Stay there.
People talking.
I don't worry about that.
Put your comments in below about this.
Go for it. I want to
say. I'll be honest with you, my list is very close to this, except 2 albums. '72 and Hardwire. I would switch them. I appreciate what 72 is. I couldn't get behind it as much as Hardwire for me. Hardwire, after listening to it again, it's a pretty good album. It's
solid.
It's better than 72 to me. I feel like 72 was a lot of ideas, just not completed, if that makes sense. And I feel like Hardwire was a mission. It was like, this is what we're doing. And to me, Hardwire is a mixture of like Master, Black Album, you know, even a little bit of Load is in it too. It has a lot of elements in it. And I think it should be in Headbang. I think it's a really, if they would have came out with that after Reload, I like that better than Death Magnetic. Don't get me wrong, Death Magnetic is a great return to form, but I think Hardwire perfected what they were trying to do with Death Magnetic.
They recaptured. They recaptured and found their muchness again.
Yeah.
The tone is killer on that album
Oh yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Is it me or Load had too much bass in Reload? Like it was too much like reverb. Like they purposely put Jason out front.
I don't know. I mean, that's the other thing is like it's a driving album. It's actually if you really dial your shit in, it's actually a pretty heavy album. It's just not the heavy that we know from Metallica. It's a heavy rock album, but it's not a thrash Metallica esque album.
The heaviest
You know.
album is the Black Album. It's the heaviest.
Oh yeah, by far,
Yeah.
by
It's
far.
super heavy.
Yeah,
Especially
that
when
thing
you
right there blew your ears out.
especially when you get to like the second half of the Black Album, like Through the Never,
Oh,
Oh,
Never
Wolf of Man?
God That Failed, Struggle
Yeah.
Within.
dude, that's where you know they perfected the wolf. Because every time you played the Black Album, it was reminiscent to And Justice, because you heard that whoop at the end of each note. Whoop. Like, oh, I gotta dial it down a little bit, man.
Yeah, the Black Album is the first album I would always play when I would get like in a different vehicle. I got like
The speaker test.
whatever my new vehicle was, that was the first one that went in.
I ruined a set of Celestians playing the Black Album, and that was on, I want to say that may have been the Camo Les Paul. When I finally got everything put together on that, that's when the Collateral Damage cabinet got 8, because I finally had all the tones I wanted. I started playing songs off the Black Album, and I started hearing that wolf, and my cabinet started rattling, and I'm like, oh god, yeah, I just ate a speaker.
And that's why we told you to never play Metallica songs
I
ever
can
again.
remember as a young high school, middle school, Lee's car had the tape deck in it, and we were listening to the Black Album in his car with those 10s or 12s,
Yeah.
just jamming to it. And I think that's Lee's introduction to heavy metal in its own
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And really, he's not lying when it's first people's thing. It was his.
Yeah. Black Album was the very
Man.
first.
He loved
Wow.
And
That
then,
was
mine
and
was-
then,
it all.
and then I went backwards.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Mine.
So yeah, mine was Metallica, or the Black Album, Metallica, whatever they
I feel
want to
like a
call
lot
it.
of people's was.
And
then
believe it or not, what really got me, and it was the time of MTV and Enter the Sandman.
Yep.
What a
music
killer
video.
video.
I mean, I know it went mainstream and yada yada yada, but it
The
was
band that didn't like
what got me.
videos. What the fuck?
I know it's the one that hooked me, and then that's where I bought it, and then I went backwards.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
introduction to
yeah.
metal. My introduction to metal was Black Sabbath. My dad was a Black Sabbath fanatic. I'm still a Black Sabbath fanatic. And then it just progressed from there.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I love the Euro trash metal. I love prog still. I love it. So
As we complete this task, this was a hard task. It was. For me, it was, because I love Metallica through and through, and they've got so much shit over the years. But it's like, you can't deny Black Bat. You can't deny that stuff, right?
Nope.
Yeah. Black
You can't
back.
deny it. But we did it. Woo. My head hurts.
Yeah, mine does too, and it has nothing to do with getting teeth extracted
A
yesterday.
lot of research into this.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. There's only one album that was going to be on the bottom. All the rest of them, I was like, I can go with it. I can live it all.
And we all have the same album on the bottom. So
I feel like the is for the true Metallica fan. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, we can appreciate it, but other people are like, what the fuck's this?
Well, yeah, and
Nice.
I think
Yeah.
I would say I think you
Here
can
you go.
appreciate the musicality of those, being musicians ourselves, I guess.
It's the time
Yeah.
that it came out to in your life. It's always
Oh,
a
yeah.
fun time.
Yeah.
Well, a little secret for you. One reason why it's so endearing is the Injustice album is so endearing. You're talking. I'm a kid, man, and Headbangers Ball is in full swing, and it's
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning, and I just got done watching Sober for the first time in my entire life, and I'm like, I'm getting chills just thinking about that, and going, that was the most amazing fucking song I've ever heard in my entire life. And the video made it even better. And then one came on. I went, and I just sat there with like blurry eyes, just watching this video and the visual and the music going, oh my God, you sick bastards.
Yeah.
This is the greatest song ever. That's the first Metallica song I learned to play because of that video. At that point in time, I was still playing Sabbath and Zeppelin and Three Dog Night and crap like that. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Hey, hey, Mark, I gotta jump off here. I
Okay.
appreciate you letting me join in the show.
Yeah.
Later, brother.
Y'all have a good
Alright,
one.
Thank you for coming.
Yep. Later.
All right, guys, we're going to end the video. I
We are?
really appreciate you guys coming. I
Yeah.
really do.
No, thank you for having us. I
Absolutely.
really appreciate it. And the
By the
Bible
way-
says thank you too.
Now,
What say, John?
I can already tell you what the next show is going to be, but you guys are going to have to wait.
Yeah.
So bring comments. Tell us your top tier. I love to hear it. I think Metallica's a verb for a lot of people. And music.
It's an action plan.
Somebody has a Metallica album in their collection. I don't care who you
Somewhere.
are.
Yep.
You just do. So, all right, guys. Thank you for coming, and we'll see
Thank
you later.
you.
Say bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.